Hi, and I'm back. And in case you didn't see my very short video a few weeks ago, this was before I was going off to New Jersey to do a pranic healing course, specifically the Pranic Facelift and Body Sculpting course. Now, this is a course that I've been waiting a long time to do, and there's one Master Marilag, who teaches this, and she's obviously in New Jersey. So I finally got the chance and the time to be able to do this, and it was definitely worth the wait. So my quick video before was that I was very excited. There were a lot of testimonials about her course. I actually sat beside one of the students of her course in the last Arhatic retreat that I attended, and she was over the moon about the results that she got just being on the course, because you do a lot of exercises, you do a lot of the actual facelift and body sculpting protocols on yourself or with a partner, and you can actually get results on the 2-day course that you're there. So before we all got there, it was a really nice group. We all took our measurements, okay? So these are our body measurements, and we all took before photos so that we could substantiate the results that we would get from the course. Now, I need to tell you that not everybody gets incredible results instantly, okay? It's not actually waving a magic wand and getting, you know, your wrinkles disappearing or your body contoured, but you do get some results, and with repeated treatments, with repeated sessions, these can be quite dramatic. Now, in the 2-day course, I was able to see some results for myself, but before I get into that, I really want to go through some of the experiences and the actual things that I witnessed with my very own eyes. So I work with energy, I'm a pranic healer. I've been doing this for 7 years now. And before going on my energy journey, I was a complete skeptic. My career was in finance. Everything had to be logical and analytical, and anything to do with, I guess, the woo-woo stuff wasn't me. It wasn't how I was built. I didn't understand how people could feel and have intuition and stuff like that. I was very mind driven. So what I saw, there were a lot of examples of let's start with body sculpting that can be done without invasive surgery. So for example, I was sitting beside a very nice lady. She was in her 50s, and a Master Marilag was looking for a volunteer, somebody who wanted to have a lift to their breasts. Okay, so the lady next to me, she had fairly large breasts, but as you age, of course, things don't always, the law of gravity kicks in and things don't stay as upright as you may want it to. So she got up onto the stage in front of everybody, and Master Marilag started to explain to us the protocol of body sculpting, of lifting certain areas that you want lifting and firming, things like that, okay? So it doesn't have to be just that body part. Now, we were standing there. She was wearing a nice tight fitted top, so we could see the outline of her body very well. And the first thing that was said was, well, if you're a woman, you can completely understand this, but our bodies are not symmetrical, not even our faces. You know, we might have one eye that's slightly smaller than the other. We might have one foot that's slightly bigger than the other. There is no difference to the rest of our body, because we might have one boob that's bigger than the other, and that's completely normal. So with the lady who went on the stage, she had one breast that was bigger than the other, and both of them were quite low, you know, with gravity and everything. And so the first thing that Master Marilag said she was going to do was she was going to lift the lower breast so that they would be even, okay? So we're like, okay, well, we can see that with our very own eyes because we're looking at her right now. And let's see what happens. So she started doing the protocol and started doing the actions that are needed to be able to lift and firm. Now, we were watching her, and I kid you not, we were not there for half an hour or an hour. We were there for a few minutes watching this, okay? And before my very eyes, I was seeing an evening of her breasts. It was, and we were scanning the energy. We were all being involved in this process as well. And we could see the result very clearly, that her breasts were very even by the end of the few minutes. Okay, so for me, I've been practicing for 7 years, even me, my mouth and my jaw was wide open, thinking, oh my gosh, did that really happen? Okay, even though I know that this stuff works. So the next step was to firm and lift both of her breasts. Okay, so this was, again, it took another few minutes. It wasn't an hour. It wasn't something that took a very, very long time, although it was Master Marilag. So I would say that she definitely has a much more solid ability than people, obviously, because that's why she's teaching it. And after a few minutes again, we could see a lift in her breasts. And even the person who was standing there, she was looking down in amazement, thinking, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And her actual words was, I have cleavage again. Okay. So it was amazing. Just the look on her face and what we were all witnessing with our very own eyes. And I have to say, the next morning, when we all came back in the morning for the second day, the first thing that happened was the lady who was on the stage said, I need to tell everybody that I needed to tighten up my bra straps quite a lot, because my breasts are lifted now. They're not as saggy, they're not as droopy. And so she had to adjust her bra strap to reflect the change in the position of her breasts. And she also said she was wearing a lower cut top than, she was complaining that with age and with sagginess, she tended to wear really high cut tops because she didn't like to show anything or reveal anything, because she wasn't very proud of what time and her age has done for her body. And so she was wearing a nice, nice cut top like this. And she was over the moon. She was saying, oh my gosh, last night I had a better look and I could clearly see a difference. Not only did I adjust my bra straps, I could see cleavage again. And she was really proud and really happy about the results. Now, when you see something like that for your very own eyes, it's very, very hard to ignore. This is something that you just think, well, if I incorporate this in my practice, my aim is not to just, replace somebody having Botox or having an operation. It's not about that. Beauty comes from the inside out. And with learning about pranic body sculpting and facelifting, it's not just about removing things and lifting things. It's about cleansing a lot of the energetic thoughts and emotions within yourself, to clear, to purify, to make you, cleansed so that your beauty can shine from the inside. It's a very beautiful protocol, actually, because at first when I thought about doing this, I thought, oh, am I being very superficial? Am I being very vain to want to do this? But it's not about vanity. It's not just about the outside, as I say. It's about being beautiful and loving yourself from the inside. And so in that way, I'm going to be creating some kind of a package for this, but not just to look beautiful, but for people to transform from the inside out, to feel good about themselves, because that's where it starts. That's where the core and the root of everything is. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to mention that I can't get out of my mind is the fact that she had some students on Zoom, and these were repeat students, so they had done this course before, and some people obviously in person where I was. Now, one of the experiments that she did was having two people. Now, she matched these people properly because energy needs to match. You can't work with two totally different types of people. I'm not going to get into that, but she got two people. One of them had a little bit more weight than they wanted around their midsection, around their thighs and their bum. Now, the other person was the opposite, who, you know, was quite young, very skinny, beautiful as well, but she wanted a little bit more substance to her body. Now, in this exercise, what Master Marilag did was she transferred some of the excess weight from one individual to the other, okay? And again, if I was you watching this and I wasn't in pranic healing or I hadn't done this course, I'd be really thinking, okay, come on, is this for real? Okay, but you had to be there like I was there. And again, my jaw was wide open. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Again, we weren't sat there for an hour watching this. We were sat there for minutes watching and witnessing this transformation. So what was being done? She was cleansing, she was transferring, she was doing all the things that she needed to do. And little by little, she started with one side so that we could see the difference. Little by little, the woman who was more voluptuous, we could see her thighs and her bum area moving in, okay? Literally, before my eyes, it was moving in, and you could see an imbalance in her body now because one side of her body was being firmed and lifted, okay? And then when we had the full picture of one side being molded and shaped to a more desired result, we also looked at the other person, and you could see clearly she was wearing nice fitted jeans. You could see clearly that there was a little bit more shape to her bum, okay? And again, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking, you're probably not going to believe me, but you know, as I was the witness, it was absolutely incredible. Then she decided to finish off. Obviously, she wasn't going to leave everybody lopsided. She said, okay, let's, as the audience, continue to work on her as a group, because we were obviously learning the techniques. So with that comes practice. So everybody was following her instructions, doing what we needed to do to, again, transfer some of that excess weight from that one individual to the other, shaping, firming, and it took a little bit longer because we were the ones doing it and we were learning about it. But as we started shaping the other side to match the side that Master Marilag had done, we could see the actual change and then how her body started to balance out. Now, you know, at risk of sounding like a broken record, it was absolutely amazing, tremendous, this experience. And again, I wish you could witness it for yourself. It's one of these things that I don't know if she does videos or does before and after shots, but if she doesn't, she absolutely should, because this is something concrete that you can see for your very own eyes to see the difference. And again, something that happens within minutes, not hours or anything like that. However, saying that, again, I'm going to repeat, not everybody will get instant results from that. This is a process, okay? Beauty comes from the inside out. And normally you need repeated sessions to really cleanse out the inside, to work on the external as well, for longer staying and maintained results, okay? But I just wanted to share with you the two experiments that really stuck in my mind, because I found them completely mind-blowing. The other thing that we did was we had a partner and we started with facelifting, and we took before shots of our own faces very close up. And personally, I don't like looking at the mirror too close. I'm like most people are, we're very self-critical about ourselves. And for me, you know, I have very fine lines around my eyes, some larger ones as well. I have some dark spots that I conceal with concealer. I have some dark circles under my eyes and some flaws, you know, some blemishes that leave dark spots as well. Now, when we started doing the facelifting, this is all about not just lifting, but removing some of these wrinkles, removing some of these fine lines, removing some of these dark spots. And what I actually said to my partner was, could you do something about my eyes? Not just the lines around my eyes, but I tend to have eyes that start to sag. Now, on my mother's side of the family, I notice as my aunts and my mom have aged over the years, their eyes started really drooping. Okay, and I know that that's probably hereditary. So I asked her, could you do something about my eyes? Because I could already notice them start to droop. So she paid extra attention to that. And I'm going to show you in just a moment the before and after photo of my eyes on the very same day, before the treatment and after the treatment. And I was blown away as well by these results. Now, some people actually had more significant results than I did, but I was quite happy with that. I think that session lasted about half an hour. And the reason why I know that it lasted half an hour is because during facelifting, one of the things that is a requirement is that you do the meditation on twin hearts with psychological healing. And again, that is cleansing you from the inside out. And it's a very, very powerful and important meditation to do in order to maintain the appearance of youthfulness, of, line-free face and all of that kind of stuff. So we did the treatment while we were doing this meditation. And I'm just going to cut through to the before photo. And as you can see on my eyes, I have those lines on the edges. You could call them laugh lines or smile lines or whatever, but there's also those tiny lines around the bottoms of my eyes and some even on the top. Now, I'm going to go to the after photo now, and you're going to see a lot of those fine lines have minimized. A lot of the larger lines are not as prominent. And the most amazing part for me was that the droop has lifted. Okay, there is a clear, for me anyways, and here is a shot of both before and after as well, so you can see them side by side, the difference that this half an hour session made. Now, it's again not something that you do once and you're gonna look like you're 16 again for the rest of your life. It's something that's a process, and you need to work on yourself as well. And that's why, again, I'm not looking in the future to say, here's a quick fix, something to make you look younger. It's about feeling good about yourself. It's about cleansing your thoughts and emotions. It's about transforming your inner being to allow your outer being to be even more beautiful, enhanced, and the way you want it to be. Obviously, if somebody is always emotional, angry, stressed out, lashing out at others, that ages you. We all know that, and it's about not only looking good, but feeling good about yourself from the inside out. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is, again, something that I continue to talk about, but not only am I going to talk about it, I'm going to practice this, and I'm going to want to help others to transform how they look and feel about themselves as well. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. That's my experience. In terms of me, I did lose a few pounds. There's also something that was done during the 2 days to suppress our appetites, because my problem, I don't know if this is similar to any of you out there, but my problem is that I actually love food, okay? I am a foodie. I love eating. I love going to different places to try different foods of different cultures. I really appreciate the experience of eating and tasting. Now, saying that, when you enjoy something, then you tend to sometimes overdo it and eat a little bit more than you need to, and sometimes you feel the effects afterwards. But after having that, the appetite suppression thing done on me, the 2 days that I was there, we went for lunch to a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful salad bar. Okay, and I say salad bar, but it was absolutely more than that. It was so tasty, so delicious, and we had, I'd order a bowl of salad every day. Now, at lunchtime, I couldn't even finish a salad, okay? But I was satisfied. It tasted wonderful. And I would leave half of my salad, take it away with me, and have the rest for dinner because I actually noticed the difference of my appetite. Normally, I'm hungry. I love food and I love to eat. Even if I'm not hungry, I love to eat. But I just thought, you know what? I think I've had enough. I feel really good. I feel really full and satisfied. And so I'm going to keep the rest for later. And then I would have the rest for dinner. And it was, again, delicious, but it was enough for me. So over those 2 days, and actually I stayed for 4 nights because I attended also another course. Over those days, I had a salad a day. And that was it. Okay. I didn't go out for dinners. I didn't, I made sure I got my rest. And it was incredible because this is so unlike me. So there are different aspects to body sculpting and facelifting. There are different aspects to that. And, the one about the suppression of the appetite was actually very key for me. And I did lose a few pounds at the actual course. I did lose I think it was about a couple of centimeters on my arms and my thighs. And I'm going to continue to monitor this because it's about the long term. It's about sustainability because, if you're like me, you've tried a fad diet, you've tried fasting, and then you lose a few pounds or kilograms, and then you think, wow, this is amazing. And then a week later, you gain it all back again, and sometimes even more. So for me, it's about the sustainability of maintaining my desired weight so that I'm feeling good, feeling healthy. And again, I will continue on this video with my journey of the body sculpting and facelifting, and hopefully I can show you even more examples, more before and after pictures of myself and maybe of some others as well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that and I look forward to the next one. Bye for now.